Hi everyone, Cody Cagle here, and welcome to this episode of Econ 101. Today I want to talk about the price ceilings and specifically minimum wage and why it's a problem. I was first introduced to this topic in my Macroeconomics class. When we were asked to make a video about a subject from the course we were interested in, I wanted to talk about this, mostly because it affects so many and also because I made a complete 180 on the topic. Alright, so quickly to summarize everything we're going through today, I want to talk about three things, two mostly. Number one, what is a price ceiling? Next, I want to talk about why they are so important, especially when it comes to minimum wage in the labor market. And lastly, I want to close with some thoughts about what do you think, and do you think they work? I want to leave this as an open discussion because there's so many different opinions and good reasoning for both sides. All right, so to get started, what is a price ceiling? So to find the quickest answer, we depended on good old Wikipedia today and find out, which on a different tangent, Wikipedia gets way too much flack. I think it is too awesome. But anyways, Wikipedia describes a price ceiling as a government-imposed price control or limit on how high a price is charged for a product. Governments intend price ceilings to protect consumers from conditions that could make commodities prohibitively expensive. Such conditions can occur during periods of high inflation or in a monopolistic market. In other words, they are what the government uses to keep customers or consumers from being price discriminated against, which sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Perfect segue into the labor market. Yeah, nailed it. 10 out of 10. Anyways, how does this affect the labor market? One of my favorite sources I found was a Learn Liberty video by Professor Don Boudreaux. In the video, he goes over 3 reasons why minimum wage doesn't work. 1, it leads to fewer jobs. 2, minimum wage hurts people we want to help. And lastly, businesses voluntarily raise wages on their own despite minimum wage. Professor Boudreaux hit on 2 especially huge facts that I want to quickly highlight. One being, it leads to fewer jobs. So after the 2009 hike in minimum wage, 1.4 million jobs were lost. That's an insane amount of people. Second is it's hurting the people we want to help the most. The people near poverty line and the people with less experience are getting beat out by the workers the employers want to hire and by people re-entering the market because of the higher wages. In an article from Forbes magazine titled "Why Raising the Minimum Wage Kills Jobs," William Dunkelberg says that nearly 600,000 of these jobs were teen jobs that just disappeared, and further explains when you raise the price of anything, people take less of it, including labor. Later going to saying workers of all ages that are relatively unskilled are adversely impacted by this policy. So with that said, that is where I want to leave it for y'all today. I want to leave this for a discussion. So do they really work? There's been evidence to support the other side that minimum wage increases don't affect employment at all. So do you agree that minimum wage is harshly affecting the labor market? Or is minimum wage something that can reap benefits in the future? I want to thank you guys for listening in. Other than that, y'all have a great weekend. This is Econ 101.